Alright, so this is the first lesson on how to solve a Rubik's Cube. The biggest mistake when people start solving a Rubik's Cube is they think that they solve it one side and then the next side and then the next side and the next side, or however. What you do when you're actually solving a Rubik's Cube is you solve it layer by layer. So this will be the top here, and I'm going to try and solve it in the way that you would see it when you're looking at it. So this is what I'm going to call the top. I always use white for the top. It's just easy to identify and it's pretty quick. So you start with your top, and then the part facing you we'll call the face, and then the left and the right bottom. Alright, so let's go ahead and solve. What we're going to do is solve this first layer here. We're going to solve that whole thing. And to do that, what you want to do is you want to get first a white X across the top. But you can't just be looking at this top part. You also have to be looking at the middle of each other side. And I'll show you why that is. So here's my top. Okay, it's white. I know that because the middle one's white. And I'm going to look for a couple of the white pieces. I see some on the bottom there. So I'm going to take this white one and I'm going to just rotate it so that it's up. Now, you see that I'm starting to make my white cross. But what I'm also doing is I'm lining up this green with the middle of that side as well. Okay, so the next one that I bring up, here's red. This one's actually nicely lined up as well. So I've got red and white. I'm going to bring that up to the top again, making my cross and coming down the side. Well, let's say it wasn't lined up. There's one that has white and blue. What I would do if it's there is just line it up with the blue and then bring it up to the top as well. So now I've almost got the full cross. This one here is my last piece. It's kind of falling apart, but that one's white and orange. So I have to bring that over to here. Okay. Now to do that, I'm going to push it down to the bottom, bring it across, and then turn it back up again. But I also have to remember that I turned this one down, so I have to bring that one back up. So now what you see is I have my cross, okay, with green, red, blue, and orange all lining up. The next step is to get the corners in place. And this is, for some reason, miraculously working out. I'm going to mess them up here just a little bit so that we've got a little bit more to work with. Alright, let's say there were no corners. What you need to do is find the corners that'll fit between the two colors. So here's an orange and a green, and what you want to do is find that corner. So where's the corner that, there we are. There's the corner that has white, green, and orange. Okay, and I'm going to try and bring that into this position up here. So to do that, I put them right underneath where I want it to go, and then I turn my face and bring it up. Alright, you saw that? So now I've got orange and green. Let's pick another one. This one here is red and green, so that's going to go right there. So I put it right underneath where I want it to go, and then I turn, and remember this is the one I want, so I'm going to bring it back up there, and you see I've got it there as well. So green and red. Let's find one of these two corners. This is the red-blue corner. So here's my red-blue piece with my white corner. And bring that underneath where I want it to go. Now this one's a little bit more complicated because the white is down. We actually have to start out by kind of turning it. So let's see how to do that. Just turn this and then turn it back. What that does is it gives your piece, it turns your piece sideways. So now we've got white, blue, red, and that's going to go straight up there. So I just turn it and bring it back up again. Okay. I have another one that's down, so I'm going to put it under the corner that I want it to go in. Again, just to turn it, because now you see that it's turned it sideways. Okay. And now to bring it up to the top, same thing as what I did before. Alright, I'm trying to do this in sort of a simple but logical sequence here to try and help out. So what you see is that I've solved this whole side is white, and I've solved what you've got like a T almost on the side there. Okay, the red is lined up on the red side, the blue on the blue side, orange and green, And that whole section there that I have is completely solved correctly. Now in the next video I'll show you how to solve layer number 2 and then layer number 3.